Getting a win after a tough loss is always important, and that's just what the Laker lacrosse team did this week, beating both McKendree and Maryville to improve to 8-3 on the season. Joining us now in studio is head coach Mackenzie Lawler. And coach, your first 2 home games, I think you like playing at home. Is that fair to say?
That's definitely fair to say. We know we had a great crowd in the stands on Friday, and we had beautiful weather for the home opener, and it was just great, I think, for the girls too, to get a win over McKendree. That's kind of had a good rivalry with Grand Valley in the past and ended their season in 2 tough ways the last 2 years, and it was great to just get back on track and get 2 wins for the GLIAC.
How did it feel to have all your young players get to play at home for the first time?
For the freshmen, Peyton had a great game, especially on Friday. Having 13 saves and only 5 goals against is outstanding. And then it was just really great for some other players who either are young or maybe haven't had as much experience on the field to step up. I thought Ashley Albright had a really good weekend. Lauren Ayatt, who's a freshman, had 2 goals on Sunday, so that was really fun for them to get some experience in front of the home fans and family.
And not only did you get experience, you had some awards too. You guys sweep the GLIAC Player of the Week awards. Congratulations to Peyton, who had those 13 saves to get Defensive Player of the Week. And then Kelly Fitzgerald, what a weekend for her. 12 assists, including 8 on Friday. She gets Offensive Player of the Week.
It was great for Kelly. As we've talked about the last couple of weeks, we've had a few injuries, and for a senior like Kelly to really step up and just be a quarterback of the offense this weekend was huge. She was really able to distribute the ball well in the McKendree game, and then she came out against Maryville and had 4 goals as well. And so it was really nice to see her be a dual threat on Sunday.
Let's start with that Friday game, 17-5 over McKendree. As you said, a team that has ended the Lakers season the last 2 years. They come out right away and score that opening goal, but you guys responded very nicely.
We did. We went on a big run for ourselves the rest of the first half, and I think it was nice for our girls to we've talked a little bit about, the first goal doesn't mean the end of the game. And so there's a long 60-minute game, and we responded well and scored pretty quickly on our own. And then once we settled down and got comfortable and Carly and Sarah started working really well together on the draw, we were able to go on that run. I'm
glad you mentioned the draw because that seemed like it was key in both of the games this weekend. Carly had 9 draw controls on Sunday, but just being able to be in possession consistently like you guys were seemed massive to your offensive game plan.
For sure. It really helped our offense just with the extra possessions. And then I also think it helped our defense be a little bit more aggressive because we were holding so much of the time of possession. Allowed them to pressure out a little bit and really key into some of the defensive matchups that we had in the games.
With a lopsided score like that, 17-5, oftentimes it's because you just have the ball the entire time. But as we mentioned briefly, Peyton was the reason why it was a 17-5 game. 13 saves, and these weren't no cookie-cutter saves. These were really nice plays. Yeah,
McKendree has 4 really strong offensive players that we keyed in on. All of our 5 starting defenders had matchups against them, and I think they were really able to give Peyton the shots, that she's able to save. And so the other thing that was great about Peyton is she had 0 turnovers for the game, and she was really smart in her clearing decisions, and that just helped us, value the ball and then translate that into goals on the offensive end.
You mentioned some of those injuries forcing position changes. We were talking off air about Megan Yoshida getting those 3 goals on Friday. That was a pretty special moment for her.
It was. I laughed with her that she made our game plan look pretty smart when she went in there on her first offensive day of the whole season and scored 3 goals. And I think it was just great. Again, time and time, we've asked different people to step up, and she started every game for us as a defender, and we totally flipped her on the other side. And she was great through the week of prepping, making sure that she knew the plays, knew where her role was, and then she executed it really well on Friday.
So the big win over McKendree, then you turn around and face Maryville on Sunday, a first-year program, a team that, again, the record doesn't really indicate a great start to their season. It's easy to have a letdown, though, coming off a big win over McKendree, but your girls didn't have that at all.
Yeah, it was great. For us, we've talked about playing 60 minutes and, no matter the opponent, whether it's a team like McKendree or Indy, top of the conference, or a newer program like Maryville or Ashland. And so it's really nice, I think, to see our defense step up and only allow 1 goal through the whole game. And I think we only allowed 2 shots as well. And so that was just really nice for them to stay focused and finish, even though the ball wasn't on their end as much during that game.
Cool couple of moments. You mentioned Lauren Ayatt had those 2 goals, and then Caitlin Burnett also scoring her first goal as a Laker. So some pretty cool moments in that game on Sunday as well.
Yeah, it was awesome. Now all of our offensive players have, scored and gotten their first goal of the season. And, we've even talked before the game about all of our players have put a lot of prep in terms of practice. And now this was just an opportunity to let everyone else see a lot of those moments that we see every day. So it's great for Caitlin and Lauren to really step up.
And all across the field, even if they don't score a goal, just the amount of girls that are able to get some reps in that Maryville game in the second half seems like it's big for the future of this program.
Yeah. We just kind of switched our lineups in and out, and I think it was just nice to see, different people step up. Liv had a great ground ball, and we had, a couple players who just made some amazing plays in the clear, and, it was nice to see them have the opportunity to showcase their skills.
On the clear, I believe you guys only allowed 3 successful clears on 20 attempts by Maryville. Some really good pressure from your defenders and your midfielders.
Yeah, we've worked a lot on the ride this year. That's one of the things that has probably changed pretty dramatically from last year with just the style of play. We've moved to more of a high pressure pressure diamond, and it was great to just see the relentless effort throughout the whole game. No matter what the lineups were, whoever was put in a different position, we executed that very well.
Not an off week this week, but just one game go on the road to Davenport. Your last road game of the year already. It's really weird to say that here as we just turned to April, but what can we expect out of Davenport this week?
I think Davenport has really improved this year. They continue to grow, and Rob, their coach there, has done a great job of implementing some new things. They're really strong on the draw, and so with us, that's definitely been a strength of ours this season. So it'll be nice to kind of test that against a team that's also their strength. And so we're excited to kind of only have one opponent this week. That's nice in terms of our prep. We can really focus on them and be ready to go on Saturday.
And it's nice for a road game to be that quick across town.
That's true, right? We did all of our travel early on in the year, so it's exciting that this one's just a little bit close and just make it an easy day trip.
Well, a short trip on Saturday. Good luck, Coach. Thanks for your time. Congratulations on the win this week.
Thank you.
When we return, we'll review the baseball team's weekend right here on the Grand Valley State Sports Report.